Yes, we were both born in the same fluorescent light, pushed into existence. We were here, coughing, bleeding, needing, twisted in the same plight, trying to survive with no weapons to call our own. Misunderstood in our actions as we grew, learning to taste the living, X'd out as a generation, a lost creation. We were only fractions from those that came before us, not knowing the fabric woven into our hearts was tearing us apart with no ending. We were destined to crack and fall. But I could hear the call breaking from my jaw, floating through my spine like watery mud through a strainer, slowly seeping a cry to keep my head above water. For I was still standing 6 feet above sea level. But there you were, giving me a pound, looking around, paying no attention to what you had found. With a limp in your walk like you had become crippled, strolling through town, bearing your brand new crown of resistance and persistence to succeed. Thinking you were a ghetto Superman, you had a foolproof plan of soaring through the dust with hordes of hollow souls that fell through the corroded corners of their mother's wombs. Feeling at home, no longer alone, at one with your own, I began wiping your tears from my eyes, trying to understand why the bottom felt so good. My blood was searing. My heart was fearing that my brother would never see that great ball of fire creeping over misty dew mountains, tracing along the beautiful blue skies, wondering would you always be blind by puffs of smoke that you choke from your throat, trying to cope with your misery that could only be found underneath cardboard boxes of homeless men. You were an inner city boy, your daddy's forgotten joy, a lost in a careless society. I was scared for you, to see you glare out into the night, walking on thin ice, wondering what price you'll have to pay, packing heat in your socks, rocks in your crotch, and a devil on your tongue. Was this my mother's son? I played for fun to be just like when I turned 21. Fight, I screamed. Fight, I screamed. Don't miss your train. The bandwagon's a fool and we need new drivers. No need to call your own rapture. I know how you feel, captured, rotten to your core. Your feet rusted from walking through the sewers in your mind, but yet you still dine with the gangbang hoodlums of our boogity streets. Fast cash don't last in pockets full of ignorance. The fury that you hold can be molded into flowers of hope, chipping away the Stonehenge on your back. Your history book is not complete, and there is still time to keep your pages from being empty. So much life in the palms of your hands, but you have lost your thoughts of how you can. Fight, I scream. Fight, I scream. Push up your body from the level dirt, not just as a mere exercise, but as a commitment to yourself, a marriage of unbroken vows with your soul. Down your aisle of defeat and face before your altar saying, you will become a man. Look at your reflection. Wait to see the fuck-ups in your current direction, then plow a rain-making left into your infection, knock it out in the third round and stand champion before your universe. And excuse me if I curse, but it hurts to know your fight has not begun, and the ghetto has almost won, beating you behind 12 bars of incarceration. You are my relation, a part of my blood creation. There is nothing I can do to set you free. Yes.